Hello, 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 and welcome to Settlement Survival. I'm Evie Greenbottle, and I thought we'd try something a little different today. I have loved Settlement Survival for quite some time now. I've been playing it probably for about a year, but it's recently had some updates. And actually, I say I've been playing for about a year, but I probably haven't touched it in about 6 months. So bear with me because I thought we would try something just to make my life even a bit more difficult. I've only ever played this game on kind of the easiest settings, and I thought, why don't we try one on extreme, on the most difficult of settings, and just really see how long we can survive. And we're going to call our town Oh Potatoes, because I have a feeling we're going to be saying that quite a lot. Now, in this extremely difficult mode, we've got scarce materials and structures and resource output, but also it's extremely cold. We're also going to be starting off with no animals and only one seed. So you need the seeds to grow things, and we're only going to start with one, and we don't even know which one we're going to get to start with. But oh potatoes, here we go. All right, now the very first thing we need to do is find where we want to plop our settlement down. Now you can see there are lots of these little markers, and they're telling us what those areas are really good at. So for example, the fish here means we're going to have increased production from our fishing docks, right? These mean that we're going to have a better chance of finding some new seeds, which would be really good because we're only starting off with the one. Over here though, if we have pastures of animals, there's going to be increased output by them. We've got extra gold from quarry or open mine structures, so we place it here. And in here we have a chance of finding cubs. But where are we going to start off? Now this looks like a particularly difficult map. There's not a lot of, well, those markers. Oh, what's that one? That's the farming one, I think. Yeah, fertile soil. So I think we might want to be near that, but also near the fish. We're definitely going to be having a bridge to start. I think we might plop ourselves down in here somewhere. Would it be crazy if we put our farms across the river? Yes, a little bit, but do you know what? I'm just gonna give it a go. Now you can only build, our marketplace is going to be in the middle. We're only gonna be able to build houses if they're close enough to the marketplace. So within that blue circle. Now, maybe it's insane. Maybe over here to give ourselves a bit more space, but that's a bit farther from the fishing. No, we want to be near the fishing because I think our starting food, if we only have one seed, potentially that first starting seed isn't even a food. It could be like, I don't know, cotton or something. And then what are we going to do for food? We're going to need fish. I think that's going to be pretty important. So let's plop ourselves down here. Right, the survivors have chosen a place to settle. And now we've got a few things. We've got a little storage yard. It's open air, okay. We've got our builder's cabin with a few people inside working. And we've got our marketplace. There we go, we can hear the people talking. Now, the first thing we're going to need is we're going to need them to start, not demolishing, no, that would be bad, gathering some of the local resources. So, like these rocks and these reed type things. Probably those rocks, and we definitely need them to fell some trees. We're going to need the wood. So, they're all going to get working on that. Now, we are playing in an extremely cold environment, and you can see they don't have a place to live at the moment. So I think building houses is going to be pretty high on our priority list. Maybe we need to stick in some dirt roads here as well, so we have a place to put those houses. Let's just make kind of roads that go all the way around the marketplace here. Is there? Oh yeah, we can put a road down there, down the center, and we can put some houses along the road. Just rotate the house around. How do I rotate the house around? There we go. R, of course. It does actually say that. All right, we're going to plop some houses down. We've got 18 villagers. So going to need at least 5 houses to start. Right, because I think they each hold 4 people. Right, now there's a few other things we need. So we've got food. Obviously, we're going to need lots of food. We'll have to check out, see what our starting seed is. We need to make sure we've got water always to drink. So we're going to need to get a well. We need to make sure we've got timber, and we're going to need planks and all of those resources. Okay, there's our stone. We've got our iron ore. Oh, and fuels. We're going to need fuels. We definitely need to make sure we have clothes because it is in that extreme cold environment, and shoes. And currently, I don't think any of our people have shoes on. And they're also going to need tools to actually do their jobs, have fuel for keeping their houses warm, and then some goods to trade. But we'll worry about that a bit later. All right. So get those houses built, and we need to look in resources. Yes. Right. We need a well. We're definitely going to need a well. It produces water, but we can also use it to put fires out in case that happens. I think we'll put it fairly central, and we're going to go straight for the big well instead of the small well. It's just going to be, I think it's going to produce more. We've got some resources at the moment. Actually, maybe we'll keep this open so we can kind of see what we have going on over there. Now, in here, we also have our gatherer's hut. So they're going to gather wild plants, so we might be able to eat those. But they also needs to be placed where there are mature trees. I think that means there's a good chance of getting seeds, so we might want to put it close to that. We also have one here, but I think we'll go with putting it over here. Now, that's quite far away, but I think that should be all right. And we're also going to need a hunter's cabin, and then they can try to get some animals for us, so we'll put it over here as well somewhere. They're all quite far away, but that's okay for now. And I think we're going to be okay for a forester's hut at the moment. Let's not worry too much about that. Chopping house, smithy, tailor. Don't think we're going to have the things we need for that. We've got our marketplace. We've got a storage yard. Oh, here are some things that are going to be pretty important, though. So, a cemetery. We don't need that quite yet. Nobody has died yet. We will need that eventually, I'm sure. A chapel. Okay, that increases their happiness. I'm not too worried about how happy they are at the moment. Definitely at some point. Oh, look at that. Jeffrey became a laborer. So one of our children have grown up, so we've got an extra worker now. And he's going to help just chop down all of these things, I imagine. We could increase how many builders we have here. Put a bunch of builders now. That will be just temporary, though. And actually, let's maybe have someone else working here. Okay, what else do we have? A clinic. Okay, so Cure 6. Cure 6. I feel like illnesses maybe would have been a more appropriate word there. And raises health of nearby citizens, can be upgraded to a hospital with required techs unlocked. I think we're going to need one of those because if I remember correctly, people break their legs and arms left, right, and center in this game. And we're going to need somebody to be there helping them out. So let's pop that kind of... Oh, that's my well is going. That's not going to work, is it? Can't pop it on the well. Let's pop it maybe next to the well. You know, you need clean drinking water next to a clinic. And also a latrine. What's this? Can produce dried animal dung, and houses within its range no longer produce dung. I feel like we might want that. I feel a little bit bad putting it next to this person's house. But you know what? Maybe that's just really more convenient, having the latrine right next to your house. You don't have to walk far to go to the washroom. Yeah, that could be good. A repair shop, so to ensure that town buildings will not be damaged. Let's wait a little bit on that one. Don't want to put too many things all at once or they're going to be a bit overwhelmed. We're definitely going to want a school at some point so we can get educated citizens. Because they'll be more efficient workers then. What do we need? Ah, here we go. This is what we need. We currently have 1 seed, so we can do a field. Now, we did have over here the more fertile soil. Now, it's a bit of a ways away to start. Especially when people are so cold. We definitely need these houses to be getting built. But it could be worth it. We don't have any orchard seeds and we don't have any animals at the moment. Do we want to put that over here and maybe make it take up this whole area so that our 1 seed is kind of getting the most benefit because we only have the 1 seed. Now we can build a bridge to go straight across. So maybe if we bring this road down a bit. Whoop, there we go. And bridge across. That could work. I don't know where that quite is. Hopefully it's there somewhere. And down and over to our field. Is that going to work? Yeah, and then we can have the animal pastures next to it. I think that works quite well. This is like the farming area down here. Not farming area here. Nobody wants to live too close to a farm. They are rather smelly. All right. People need houses really badly. Do we have all the resources? Yes, so let's prioritize getting these built. If we need to cut down more trees, then we need to be cutting down more trees. Oh, look, here's Norman. Norman's working as a laborer. He's cutting down some trees. Excellent. Now, he doesn't have any shoes. Okay, that's concerning. It's going to be really cold. He's also low on stamina. But he's not thirsty or hungry. And well, I mean, okay, that shows us being quite healthy, but 100 out of 200 doesn't seem great to me. No stress, though, so that's good. He's not stressed out about the lack of housing situation or lack of food in this village. No, he's fine. He's all right with it. All right. How are we doing? Everybody is working hard, I think. Who's this? Lucian. Lucian is also feeling some pressure on his stamina here, but he's not stressed either, which is good. He's trying to get warm. Excellent. Okay, so they're going inside their house. They're warming up a little bit. I think it comes off pretty quickly. Yeah, go inside, get warm, and then get back out there and keep working. And it's already February. We've got quite a bit to do here. When worst case scenario, we could put... Uh-oh. Fuel reserves are low. If our fuel reserves get too low, people will be very cold. Now, if we look at our tech tree, and this game has quite a large and lovely tech tree, so we've got things like livability. So here we can find, the hospital, the theater, police station to keep people safe. We can find heating and house upgrades, even a candy workshop. Ooh, and entertainment, all sorts of things, and senior housing. All good things in here to keep our people happy and healthy. In science, we've got things like a school expansion so we can have more students in our school, how efficient schools are. We can even send our children off to boarding school if we want and get an academy for them. We can also research, get some paper, start making our own books. In trade, we can, start actually trading with other local, not so local, towns. So people who, they do live quite a ways away, but we can ship things off to them. We can send some things by carts and we can make a bit of money that way, but also get some resources that we don't currently have. So both very good. Mining, okay, so getting into the mines, being able to get coal and iron. I think that's going to be fairly important to keep these people warm. In the construction, so being able to mill our logs, okay, so turning them into planks. It's going to be really important, being able to make some cut stone, making bedding even. Agriculture, so fishing nets to make our fishing more efficient. And nurseries, being able to... What is this? The output of products other than meat and fat from slaughtered animals doubles. So we'd be able to get more out of slaughtering animals. So we're better efficiency with that. And processing, so being able to take raw goods and processing them into something even better. Making clothes and silk and leathers. If we have leathers, we probably can make shoes, which would be really important. And of course, logistics. How do we get all of our goods around the town? Are we able to transport them efficiently from place to place? And I think that's the most time anyone's ever said efficiently in a 5-minute period. Okay, where are you headed? Hannah, she's headed way over here to the Gatherer's Hut. Now I'm hoping once the Gatherer's Hut is... I'm assuming that's what she's doing, so let's prioritize that. Maybe some more helpers can. If the Gatherer's Hut is made, I'm hoping they'll be able to warm up inside there because it is going to be cold kind of all the time here. Right, it looks like we still have some homeless people. Did I math poorly? Oh, maybe they won't live there because they're not actually part of that family. Because we've got, the dad, Lucian, Brenda, the mom, and their son, Barrett. And no one else wants to live here, like Mitchell? He doesn't want to live there. That's not his family. He's not going to just move in with a random group of strangers. So Mitchell and maybe his dad Norman, they need a place to live. They're not going to live with strangers. That would be very strange. So I suppose we're going to build a few more houses. Let's build some on this side of town. I should have maybe done that better. Can't cancel those for a quick second. We need to put them actually next to the road so they're not just like a weird gap. There we go. Maybe we'll make some on this side as well. I suppose the more houses we have, the more people we can accommodate, and that's probably a good thing. Right, I'm a bit worried about this bridge because I don't even see plans for a bridge here. I feel like they're not even trying to build a bridge. Oh dear. February is the time of planting, so maybe we're better to just put a field on this side for now. Okay, I think that's probably what we'll do. We'll put a little field here. We can always get rid of it later if that doesn't work out. Let's prioritize this because it's almost March and we need to get things planted in March. How is this going? This place is being cleared up. Oh, so they're still clearing out the trees that were in the way. I think they're too cold. They actually have to come all the way back. Yeah, trying to get warm. I wonder if we put some roads in. Yeah, it would increase our movement speed, so we'd be able to get between these places a lot quicker with some roads. Same with here. If we just connect all of these up, eventually those will get built. And I think we'll be well sorted then. Look at us, already on our way. Now we're only into the second month, but nobody has died yet. So I think we take that one as a win. Now, what is this? 4 laborers. Does that mean 4 people that don't actually have a job? Possibly. So they're just doing kind of your day-to-day work. They're chopping down the trees. They're maybe moving resources around. That's good. So nobody just sits idly by. They all have something that they can be doing. So even if they don't have a job in a building, they'll still just kind of crack on with things. We've got 18 total population. So a 10 to 8 male-female ratio. 66% are fertile, so we could have some children, which would be quite good. That increases our population. 27% of our population are children, just 5 of them right now, and no students. We don't actually have a school yet. What are we working on? Looks like somebody's clearing this up. That's good. Maybe we can help them. Let's just gather all of these. Maybe we need less builders. Let's take some builders out. Just keep 3 builders, and then the rest of them will go to be general laborers. So they're not going to be focused on building, but rather cutting down these trees, moving these mushrooms and what have you into our storage. Got some herbs. I think we use the herbs for medicine and for soap. Some reeds, some timber, and some stone. We don't have tons of resources. And we're actually quite low on water. If we look in here, Jeffrey, he's working, he's getting us some water. So far, he's managed to get 4. I mean, that's not a lot, but it's certainly some. Wow, and we still do have that 1 tech point. So what do we want to put it into? What's going to be really helpful at the beginning? Now, I think mining is quite important, being able to get the iron and the coal. I don't know if there's any other way to get that. I think we're going to go with that. Let's get a mine in, and we need to put a mine into the side of a mountain. Can we put it here? Yes. Okay, that's quite a good spot, I think. I mean, it's pretty close to the village, but I mean, if lots of people work there, then they're just nice and close to work. A short commute. Everybody likes a short commute. Okay, if there's anything red, it looks like it doesn't go. So as long as there's red, it doesn't want to build. And what's your reasoning? It's got to be those roads. Yeah. Okay. I can see that now. Cancel that. A new seed's been acquired. Oh, that's very good news. What have we got? And how do I see what we've got for seeds? I think we need to get this built. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so we started off with pumpkins, it looks like. But now we've got pea seeds as well. Fantastic. Okay. That's really good. So we've got 2 seeds already. That is very lucky. This is being prioritized, but it's taking quite a long time here. I did want to get that bridge put in, except I should have put the bridge in it and then the roads. This doesn't seem to work. Okay, here we go. There's 4 of you, I think. Okay, let's see. The pumpkin outputs 7 per grid, but the beans do 14. But I imagine a pumpkin feeds more people. Now, look, a pumpkin has a harvest period of 80 days. The beans, 125 days. So I think that's better, right? You can harvest them for more days. So let's go with beans. March has arrived, so that means they can start planting those. Maybe we do just put the bridge next door to that, and we sort the road out afterwards. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. And then we can get this garden going as well, and we'll put some pumpkins way over here. Still seem to have some homes. Oh yeah, but that's because these aren't built yet. So let's make one of those houses. We definitely need everybody to have a house. They need somewhere to live. That's really important. And now they've They have been homeless now for 2.5 months. That is not great. This is taking a bit of time over here. It's still being cleaned up. So is that. So it seemed to be needing more resources. So our water is ticking up a bit here now. It's a bit scary when it's at 0. Can we get someone else working here? We could. I think maybe that's what we need. Get another person working in there. Let's kind of maximize it. Get a bonus in here because there's an educated worker. So I think all the adults who we started with are educated, which is very good news. All right. And I think that's a really good start. So far, nobody has died. We've got our green beans being planted here by our 4 farmers. Excellent. Keep up the excellent work, Daisy. I love these art portraits. I think these are new to the game, and they're fantastic. Oh, all right. I think that's about time for today. But if you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button and maybe I'll play a bit more because I know I love Settlement Survival. But it has been a while and there has been a lot of updates, so hopefully some new things to discover together. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. Let me know that you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more fun videos. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.